Vande Mataram, children. Today we are going to start with chapter 3 in chemistry, that is fiber to fabric. Children, we know very well that in 6th standard also we have learned about this chapter. There we have learned about plant fibers, that is about cotton and jute. In 7th standard we are going to continue it with the animal fibers. So in this chapter we will be introducing with wool and silk. So let's see how this wool fiber and silk fiber is formed and how fabric is made. Okay children, so let's start with the chapter fiber to fabric. Yes children, there are different types of fibers, that is, one is natural fiber and the other one is man-made fiber. Natural fibers are those which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. As we have studied in standard 6, that is about cotton and jute, and here we are going to learn about silk and wool. Man-made fibers means the fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fibers. Examples are nylon, acrylic, terylene, terrycotton, polyester, rayon, etc. Children, for making any fabric or cloth, the process is first we need fiber, then from fiber yarn is made. Yarn means the thread, and either by knitting or by the process of weaving, fabrics are made. Here in this chapter we are going to deal with animal fibers. The common animal fibers are wool and silk. First we will see about wool. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alpaca, etc. And silk is obtained from silkworm. Yes children, here in this picture you can see there is a sheep. Sheep hair is called fleece. Now why they need fleece or why they have hair on their body? The function of the hair is to provide warmness to the body. Now how that hair provide warmness? Hair traps the air, and air is insulator, or we can say poor conductor of heat. So whatever heat of our body is there, it is not allowed to move out, and so animal remain warm. And then from the fleece the wool is made, and you can see at last from the wool, either by knitting, we knit it into jackets, sweaters, etc. Now children, which are the other animals that yield wool? Here you can see yak, which is found in the Ladakh or Tibet region. They also yield wool. Alpaca and llama, they are found in South America. There is Angora goat, Angora rabbit you can see, even camel, goat, Kashmiri, Jammu Kashmir goat, they are very famous for their soft wool. So these are the animals which yield good quality of wool. Yes children, you can see here there is an Angora goat and Angora rabbit. Angora goats are found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. The Angora rabbit is a variety of domestic rabbit breed for its long, soft wool. Now there is a term selective breeding, which means we are selecting good quality of parents so that the offspring will have a good quality of wool. So selective breeding is very important to have good quality of wool. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is very soft. Here in picture you can see the Kashmiri goat, and it is woven into fine shawls those shawls are called Pashmina shawls. They are very famous in Kashmir. Children, here in this picture you can see sheep can have a coarse hair and fine under hair. Under hair are very soft and coarse beard hairs are very coarse or tough like. So the soft one is very much useful for making soft sweaters and shawls like. Here children, in this picture you can see sheep are bred, or sheep breeds means the male and female. Those are having fine under hair. They are bred and so their offspring will have fine under hair. So that is called selective breeding, means we are selecting parents which have good quality of wool or hair, so the offspring will also give a good quality of wool. So children, I hope that it is very much clear to you about wool and from where we get the wool. Thank you.